Hey guys! Hi Samuel. Sorry you can't stay. Just gonna tell you guys at some point I might have to get up and use the potty. So yeah, there's that. Paul is coming. Paul likes to make an entrance. Hey Corey. Wow, been so busy. Love y'all. We love you too. Hey Paul.
Who? Paul Benish?
Hey Lindsay.
Is Paul Benish here?
Of course he is.
Ah, Paul,
Lindsay.
how are you doing? Sorry, go ahead.
What?
I was just saying hey to Paul.
Gonna scoot on in, baby cake.
Hey, Paul. Now would be a good time to ask Morgan your tattoo question. So you should type it out on here. Paul wrote to me earlier and was asking about getting tattoos once you're saved. And I said, you should ask Morgan that.
Hey, the Seeking Soul. Wait, the Seeking Soul, who are you? What's your real name? Who are you, really? Ooh,
Whoa!
sorry.
Guys, don't you like Marilyn's glasses?
Aren't they so cool? I literally want a pair. I actually have a pair in my shopping basket on Amazon.com.
Guys, let us know if you can hear us okay. I just always like to know that you guys can hear us well and you're not like holding your phone right up next to your ear, you know?
True!
You should talk like that, honestly.
Okay!
That's better, honestly.
Oh, Catherine, that's who I thought it was. I forgot, yes. She changed her username and you started your new Instagram and YouTube page. Yay! Oh, well, we'll have to make sure that we follow you on your new page. My hair is a grease ball.
It's fine.
Ugh.
Guys, what's going on? How's your day going? How's your evening going? Marilyn's here. She wasn't feeling super great, but now she is back full force.
Did you see that hand?
There you go. And we're just hanging out in our pad.
The pad. We've got a great background for you guys.
It's not bad.
Bathroom door right there. Speaker. If I want to hit that little button, it's an intercom and I can talk to everyone in the whole house.
Yeah, it's like,
It's great.
it's pretty cool. It's like what I feel like a mansion would have.
This is a mansion.
Well,
It's not our mansion, but it's a mansion. It's his parents'
I
mansion.
don't know if you call it a mansion, would you, Marilyn?
It has, let me think. 1, 2.
Oh, we got to show them the Christmas tree.
Wait, how did she say that? When did you see my Christmas tree?
I recorded it and
Oh.
posted on Instagram. So Morgan's Christmas tree, guys, for those of you who haven't seen it. Morgan, what's your favorite ornament up on the tree?
Oh, wow.
Is it that fox?
I do love the little fox, but no. It's actually, it's a ball. It's a ball and it's glass, it's rose gold, and it's so pretty. I love it. It's by the fox.
Boring.
No! It's sparkly and beautiful. And I imagine a little fairy would live in it.
That is cool.
Uh-huh.
That is cool. So guys, for real,
Message, guys, we can still talk about deep things, even though we're technically not doing a Bible study right now. Like, write in your questions. We're here to have conversations with you all.
you have 3 of the wisest,
Yes.
God-fearing
Dumbos.
dumbos on the
No
internet.
offense, Marilyn.
No.
Oh, Dumbos.
But yeah, I mean, if you guys aren't feeling real talkative, then I guess
we'll just sit here and look at ourselves.
yeah, we could. We could like, I don't know, do each other's makeup.
I do want to do a YouTube video where you stinking.
The sweater. Okay, so this is my mom's
No
Wow.
way.
when
Your mom
she
has
was pregnant with me.
Get
what?
out of do you mind if I?
That is fashion right there.
Oh my goodness, that is nice.
It's amazing. I love it. When people ask, and I was like with my mom, and they're like, "Mom," she's like, "I wasn't gonna tell people because I don't want to embarrass you," and I was like, "No, I'm super proud of this thing. Like, it's so comfortable."
As soon as you came in, I was like, that is a cool.
And it looks brand new.
Yes.
What?
I love
You
it
know
so
what would be
much.
funny? My turtleneck is similar to that.
That's true.
Yours is like bigger, baggier.
Mhm.
It'd be funny if
And I have a sweater like this too, but it's not as turtlenecky.
How crazy if we would have all worn it. Hey,
Wow.
Lindsay just said, I want to hear your opinion on tattoos. So, guys, just real quick, Paul Benish, Paul, if you're still on here, let us know. Instagram me and said, what are your opinions on getting tattoos after you're saved? We made a video on tattoos several months back, and there were just a ton of respectful, which we really appreciate, but respectfully disagreeing people that were saying, there you are, Paul. Paul, we're talking about how you asked me about tattoos and should you get them after you're saved. On our video, we kind of just talked about the pros and cons, but we didn't really say, we kind of said we're okay with tattoos. And we got a lot of people respectfully disagreeing and saying, your body is a temple. Leviticus talks about not getting markings on your body, tattoos on your body, and so forth. And so it's definitely something that is a relevant topic among our, the fam.
I'm all for tattoos.
Okay, there's Morgan's answer.
I'm waiting for Christmas money so I can go and get my next tattoo. Whatever, Paul knew that. I actually was going to, a few months ago in September, I was, made the appointment and everything to go and get my next tattoo, and then I found out how expensive it was going to be, and I was like, ooh, I'm going to wait a little longer. So, yeah.
Morgan, but can you address Paul Benish and others that are really wondering, they're not sure, Or real quick, let's get Marilyn's. Marilyn, do you have a short answer?
Mine's not very biblical,
Oh.
but I don't see where God says you shouldn't have them. I personally feel like it needs to have some sort of story, purpose, something that means something to you. I do want tattoos. I don't have any right now because I owe money, and I'm afraid of needles. But I have it planned out. I know where I'm getting it, what I'm getting, who's doing it. I just didn't have to go and do the money part. And it's something I'm gonna tell you. I want sanctuary on my wrist, and so it's a word that holds meaning to me, and there's a story behind it. And for me, I think that my tattoos have purpose in my life. I don't really care about other people's opinion in a nice way. I'm not gonna go blare it in their faces.
Yeah.
So tattoo should have meaning, and you don't feel like God says not to have tattoos, even though people would point to the verse in Leviticus.
But again, Jesus came to fulfill the law, so.
Mm-hmm.
Let's hear what the Seeking Soul. I have a tattoo, so I don't personally have an issue with them as long as they're not satanic tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all of us would agree. I mean, don't be getting dark satanic tattoos.
Yeah. For me, yes, I agree that they should have a meaning behind them. But also, for me personally, I'm an artistic person, and that's the way God made me. And I feel like tattoos are just another way for me to express my art, express who I am, who God made me. And if I can get a tattoo that, expresses a piece of me, then I feel like there's nothing wrong with that. Also, tattoos don't, harm the body. So, yeah. I know that people say, your body's a temple and you're meant to not destroy it because it's God's temple and blah, blah, blah. And I get that and I agree with that. But it's one thing if I'm smoking. It's another thing if I'm constantly drinking alcohol or overeating or whatever it might be. That's harming my temple. But getting a tattoo is just drawing a picture to to represent who I am and who God has made me. So
There you have it. Morgan and Marilyn's thoughts on tattoos. Hit us with something else, guys. We're on a roll, you know?
what about yours?
Well said, the seeking youth.
Thanks, Catherine.
They don't need
The
my...
seeking youth.
The seeking soul. Sorry. They don't need my opinion. They just had 2 good opinions from you guys.
Wow. Okay, fine. Well, you're giving your opinion next. Why is my neck so red? Because I've been itching it.
Or are you nervous?
Itching it or are you scratching it?
Oh, that's gross.
What?
You're scratching nervously.
No, it was just itchy.
Guys, let us know what you're up to tonight. What's going on over where you're at? Over on your side of the pond.
Yeah.
Let us know. Give us the fill-in.
A lot of you guys are from the U.S. though, so. Paul's in Canada.
Paul? Wait, Paul, you were on a vacation. Are you back now? Let us know, dude. Morgan, you're a little gassy, aren't you?
Oh, I burped, yeah.
She's just burping gassy.
Wow.
Okay, so
Let's make it clear that I'm not over here farting.
Paul, I presume that it was a good vacation for you?
What'd you for Thanksgiving?
Corey, I am not against tattoos. I will never have one just because the Bible tells us to separate ourselves from the world, and tattoos identify us with the world, but it's just a personal conviction. Fair enough.
I got you.
Fair enough. We're back late Saturday, or was back late Saturday. Good memories for sure. Awesome. Honestly, people that travel, like, sometimes I think about it, how grateful I am for memories, you know, taking risks, going places, doing special stuff. And I mean, like, it's an investment to be able to spend money on like trips and vacations. You got to do it, you know. You got to live. How was everyone's Thanksgiving? That seeking soul, the seeking soul. I'm sorry, I give
Maybe
out.
one day you'll get her
Butcher-
username right.
Butchering that. How was your all's Thanksgiving?
Mine was good. Busy. Paul and I were busy all day Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and so it was exhausting. And I'm happy it's over, but it was a lot of fun.
There you have it.
Good memories.
Marilyn?
I was sick and I was house sitting.
Oh.
So I didn't really have a Thanksgiving. I ate crackers and applesauce pretty much all week.
So
But I got a lot of puppy cuddles from the dog that I was taking care of.
Good.
So it was fun.
Those are the best.
The kids at school today were asking, we were talking about cats and dogs, and I told them about
Dogs are better.
no,
Yes.
Yep.
but I told them about the cat that Morgan was talking about.
Oh, the Bengal cat.
The Bengal cat is hypoallergenic, so if we were to get a pet,
Yeah, we might get a Bengal cat, guys.
but they are more expensive, but it's hypoallergenic, and they're really cool looking. They look kind of like cheetahs,
Yeah, they do. They're so cool.
like miniature cheetahs. Have you seen any, Marilyn?
No,
I'll show you.
I was just assuming if it's hypoallergenic that it's hairless.
It's
It's
not.
not.
disgusting.
And that's-
Praise the Lord.
what's
It's
crazy about it.
not.
I don't get it. I don't understand
Ugh.
how it could be hypoallergenic and hairless. So we could talk about, relevant topics, hot topics of today. What's been going on in the news? Hey, you guys, have you seen the story of the
For sale in Lexington.
the 26-year-old missionary who went to the that untouched, or that what would you call it, uncivilized island, the tribal island, and the tribes people killed him. This happened a few days ago, and it's just been big on the news and stuff. People are responding to it in different ways. Let us know if you've seen that story and if you have any thoughts on it. That's one topic.
Another topic.
So there's no Bengal cats being sold in Lexington? Are they that rare? Lindsay says, "OMG, I haven't seen it." Yeah, Lindsay, it's tough because it's one of those situations where the 26-year-old Christian, you know, he wanted to go share Jesus with this tribe who probably hadn't stop
Been
it
a long
who
night.
probably has not heard of Jesus, but he pretty much knew, and he was writing this journal before he went on the island. He pretty much was like, "There's a good chance I'm gonna die," and then he did. So you know, the mainstream news is reporting on it, saying ultimately he was dumb, kind of making fun of him. And that's really sad. But it's a tough situation, yeah.
I hate that. It's terrible. Crazy. One of our good friends, well, our pastor Travis, who has been in a more recent video of ours to Baltimore trip, the Baltimore trip video. Agreed, Corey. His wife.
Yeah, Kayla, we do too. I mean, I do think that there is a ripple effect, that God is absolutely using this, and I think God was in it, even though people are making fun of him. Sorry, babe, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, and the same people who are criticizing him tend to be encouraging people to risk their lives to get across the border in the U.S. Seems off to me. Oh, Scott just went there.
Interesting. That's interesting, yeah. Yeah, so Travis's wife, Karis, her cousin was an ambassador, a UN ambassador, I don't know the correct term, but he traveled across the world, and where was he? Somewhere in Africa, I think, maybe? Zimbabwe? I don't know. He was in like a very remote place, very dangerous. Being a Christian there is illegal, and he was a Christian, and him and one other person that he was working with were kidnapped, and they ended up being murdered and like thrown onto the side of the ditch or something. But like, it's just insane. That's like, I mean, it's just so crazy. And what's weird is, I guess MJ was his name, would tell his family all the time he felt like he was not going to live past his 30s. I think he was like 28 or 29 and when he died. But he like grew up telling his family that he didn't think he was going to live past his 30s. Like, that's so crazy. But it also is like he was very in tune, I think, with maybe the Lord, like, was preparing him for his life. Yeah, so crazy though. So sad. Hey, Samuel.
Hey, Samuel.
Alright, let's talk about something happier. That was depressing. Oh, guys, we're writing a book.
Yes.
When I say we, I mean me.
And I will help out with it once you get...
Marilyn's also going to help, so.
Ooh. Y'all are really quiet, Sam says.
No!
Sam, I know, bro. I'm sorry. I try to get Morgan to speak up, but she really resists.
That's very false.
I'm a quiet Oh, it's false. I'm talking loud?
No, I think in general you're not like a super quiet person.
Yeah. I don't think so either.
Sorry, I'll try to get him to speak up, Samuel. Go ahead, Morgan. So you're writing a book. We're writing a book. You're starting it.
We're writing a book, guys.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the Paul and Morgan book. That's not what it's called, but that'd be weird.
I can sign off on that one.
Oh, that'd be so weird. But yes, it is. And it is going to be 50 love questions that nobody wants to answer. And we're gonna answer them. Whoop, 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 whoop. Hey, Gail.
Hey, Gail. What's up?
I hope that we're saying your name right. I don't know how else we would say Gail. I mean, I don't know how else we would say Gael.
Maybe a silent G?
Ale?
Yale.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Yes. The books. Maybe like we'll do like give our books to our patrons for free or something, or just like I don't know, a lot cheaper. I mean, they're gonna be pretty stinking cheap because they're gonna be ebooks first, and then
They are? I thought we would release it as a hard copy and ebook. We'll talk about the logistics.
yeah.
I like the hard copies, personally.
Yeah, definitely we will have a hard copy.
Yeah,
But
gotta have a hard copy.
for sure. Speaking of which, I have to show Paul my ideas.
What? I mean, right now?
Right now! Before I forget to show you.
Alright, we'll show the camera too. Hard copies are best. Thank you, Kayla. I agree.
I
You
don't
can't
want-
just do an ebook. Come on, Morgan.
I agree, I love hard copies.
Talk some sense into this woman, you guys.
So I like how the size of this book is really cool. And it was like
Interesting size.
Engraved.
Best DAMN answers to life's hardest questions.
Let me tell you, it was the worst book ever, but it was beautiful.
Samuel, yep, something to thump peeps on the head with. Wait, was that out loud? Oh, it's funny. I'm curious how y'all figure out whether it's God/the Holy Spirit speaking to you versus just your own ideas and thoughts, if that makes sense. It does make sense. Gail, haha, yeah, you guys pronounced it right, so it is Yale. Yale.
No!
I mean Gail. Scott. Paul, I know you watch Marcus Rogers, so did you see his video on Christmas? I thought it got a surprising amount of negativity. Scott, I did, and let me know what you thought about it, but I actually liked it. I think it was a really good video.
Uh-oh.
Marcus Rogers made a video about Christmas, and I mean, you'd have to watch it, but ultimately he was like, and I hope, Scott, you're not saying this like, I hated the video, and I found it very offensive, but he was like, there's religious people that are going to try to find stuff to bicker about, and, there are pagan, like if you look really deeply into literally anything, there's so much pagan stuff just
In everything.
that's out there. So let's not live extreme, let's not over spiritualize, but of course there are certain things that are like guard yourself from. So anyway, I liked his video. He was like, certain Christians need to chill out. I feel like he's right.
Babe, answer Catherine's question.
Catherine, when a man loves a woman.
What does that have to do with following God?
Oh, I forgot. I forgot the question.
How do you know when
Wow.
it's God, the Holy Spirit leading you versus just something you want to do? I
Um,
think
that's honestly, I've kind of been thinking about that. Some of you have asked, can you make a video on that?
We will, eventually.
Yeah, it's. I don't have a great answer. I mean, my initial reaction is, does, your inclination, what you feel like is the Holy Spirit, does it line up with Scripture? That's easy. Be reading the Bible. If you think, okay, I'm starting to get this feeling, maybe study Scripture on what it has to say about it. But sometimes it's not, either choice is okay. The Bible, I think you could be like, I feel good about either one. Both of them line up with the Bible. And that's when, sometimes God just, I feel like when you're walking with the Lord, sometimes you can just be like, I'm choosing this path. And you don't have to get a direct voice in your ear telling you to do it. And you choose it, and then the Lord blesses you. Because the Lord blesses his kids just because you've made a choice. So.
Yeah, I feel like there are certain things in your life that like God is going to speak to you very clearly and make it very clear to you that this is from God. Like this thought, this idea, this move, it's from God. And then there are going to be things in your life that God's just going to kind of step back and let you do your thing because you have a heart for the Lord. You're seeking the Lord in everything that you do.
Yeah.
And like we have free will, so yeah. What did Samuel say?
Samuel says, Oh wait, Scott said, I did like it. Christmas has been a part of Christian culture for so long, so I find it ridiculous to not partake in it at all. Yeah, like look at what it is now. Halloween, for instance, what is Halloween now? Like we know it kind of started as a pagan culture. What is it now? Oh, it still feels pretty dark. Still feels pretty like pagan. So, if someone says I don't want to celebrate Halloween, I get that. But Christmas, like if you look at it now, you can celebrate Christmas with like a good heart. Like I'm recognizing Jesus's birth. I'm loving other people on this day. So, whatever. Yeah. Samuel, it is important, at least in my mind, to remember that Satan has the ability to speak to us in much the same way, tricking us into thinking we are hearing God. Samuel, that is a fair point. I hear that.
Definitely.
It's wise to seek counsel from maybe mature Christians that are older than you.
It's wise to seek counsel, and it's wise to question yourself, ask what your motives are for certain things, and be very, very honest with yourself, because
That's true.
Because there are times in my life where
Emotions can cloud your judgment, and then it makes you feel like this must be the Lord, when maybe it's not.
yeah, there are times in my life that I have in the past been like, oh, this is from God, he wants me to do this, I heard him, he told me, or like I just know like this is what I'm supposed to do. And like I can easily maybe like make someone think that it is from God, because what I'm saying, it all sounds right and stuff. But if you really asked me like, why do you want this, or why do you think
that's why
God's
it's
motive?
important to have someone and it just is. It's important to have someone who's a strong spiritual influence in your life that's close to you, and then as you're maybe telling them, I think this is the Lord, and giving your reasons, they can be like, that doesn't feel right to me, and then you can weigh out their response.
Yeah.
Because it is tough sometimes. Oh, and hi, Aaron. Glad you're here. What's up?
Hi.
I think there's like a vulnerability that comes with it too, of vulnerability with other humans, like a mentor, but also like just with God, of like, hey, I'm having this thought, is this you?
Mm-hmm.
Help me take that step. I don't know, just like being open to him.
Yeah.
In a sense.
Humble and like, Lord, just come at it with a humble place.
And God will reveal to you whether or not it's from him or it's from yourself, and it's our choice to then either obey, like wake up and be like, okay, like this is not from God, or to be stubborn and be like, well, that's really what I want though, and like keep going, so that's important too. Yeah, so if you have a question for our book, the 50 love questions that no one wants to answer, make sure you send it our way, and we'll put it in that book. I have like 51 questions right now, but I'd like to have like a bunch and just go through and pick out the best.
Yeah, maybe combine some.
And pick out the most relevant questions that like a lot of people are asking.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Find the ones that most people are asking. Seeking Saul says all good, all good points. Seeking soul. Sam, yay.
The seeking soul.
Yay, back to importance of Christian community and vulnerability. Nice explanation, guys. Thank you, Samuel. It was good. That was a good explanation.
Thank you. I'm a brilliant person. I'm just kidding. But I'm really good at accents, you guys.
All right. Guys, give us one accent real quick and we'll
the
see.
Seeking Souls is glad I picked a really easy name.
Hey.
I was hoping you could give me some advice on giving God your life when it comes to babies. I've been struggling with it a lot lately. Hey, Erin. I'm assuming you're a girl, but I can't see your little picture from how far away I am, so.
Just that question seemed like it was from a girl, but maybe not.
Yeah, also
advice on babies. I mean.
Yeah. No, Erin, you are. I know you are. So.
My car antler flew off. Hey, you know what? Better late than never, Kelly. Welcome. That's funny, though.
Hello, sorry we're late. My car antler flew off. What?
Were you supposed to be talking in an accent just now?
Yeah, Because she said hello.
That was Morgan's Jamaican accent.
That was not Jamaican.
Samuel, that was Morgan's. You let us know whose was the best.
That was not.
Yeah, Kelly, that I mean, a
Couple
car antler flew off. That's unusual.
What is
That's
car antler?
That's an unusual reason to be late.
I mean,
Or
cool.
like the antlers that you put on your car for Christmas time.
Oh, like that or?
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Okay, I was picturing
What
like
were
a deer skull.
Ew! Okay, let me answer Aaron's real question. Because of a skunk.
Oh,
You're
that.
never supposed to open your window when you drive by a skunk. They're outside. What's that gonna do?
Okay, Morgan, calm down.
I'm sorry.
You can lay into him
Oh, my belly hurts.
You can lay into him in the comment section later.
Man.
Paul gets like anxious when I when I respond to a negative comment because I respond kind of feisty back. Like all in love, but love is war. All is
Wow.
love and war. All is fair in love
Interesting.
and all is fair in love and war.
There you go.
Thank you.
Love is war.
Anyways, it is. Love is a battlefield. It's a battlefield.
Okay, this hand
It's a battlefield.
needs to go.
Oh, you don't like it when I have my hand
Well,
on
I
your
don't think
shoulder?
that I put my hand in your mouth. So,
Okay, let me calm it down for a second and respond to Aaron's question. I'm sorry, Aaron. Jeez. So, I'm assuming, are asking me that, you're asking me that question because you saw my Instagram post. But Paul and I have technically been trying for 2 years to have a baby. Which, when I say we've been trying, I mean like, what?
We know what you mean.
Well, I don't think everyone does, because I got some questions in my Instagram messages. But, like, when I say that we were trying, I mean we weren't not trying, okay? If you can catch my drift. But we weren't, like, scheduling it out to do things when I was ovulating and stuff like that. Like,
sorry, guys.
it's life, okay? It's called trying to get pregnant. Sheesh. It's a godly thing. Everyone comment down.
Sorry, guys.
Literally no one's reacted.
Yeah, everyone's listening and waiting to hear what I'm going to say. And that is good, because what I'm about to say is brilliant. I'm just kidding. But, Aaron, even though we haven't, like, necessarily been, like, really trying to have a baby, every time that Mother Nature comes around, I tend to get a little bit sad because I'm like, oh, no baby this time. And, like, it's sad after trying for 2 years, like, to think I'm still not pregnant when growing up my mom was like, if you ever have sex, you'll get pregnant immediately. And that's not the case. And so I'm kind of wondering, like, what is going on? Am I sick? Is Paul sick? Are we just messed up? Is God not going to give us a baby? Like, what? But then I just realized, I think back on these past 2 years that Paul and I have had together, and I praise the Lord that God has not given us a baby yet, because we were not ready for a baby in the past 2 years of our lives. I don't know if we're ready right now. I personally don't think we are, but if God thinks we are, then awesome. We'll accept that baby happily. But God knew that we were not ready. He knew that we had some very big things in our lives that we had to figure out separately and together. Things that if a child was around, it would have just made things a lot harder. We still could have worked it out if it was in the Lord's plan, but it wasn't. So I just think about that, and I just remind myself that I gave this to God, and I don't want it back. Like, I gave this issue, this situation to God, and I do not want to take it back. So as soon as I start to worry or get anxious about it, I just remind myself, I gave this to you, Lord, take it. Like, it's yours, you already have it, you're in control. Like, Paul and I are gonna do what we can do. Like, I'm gonna take care of my body and make sure that it's in the best shape to get pregnant.
Good job, baby.
But, you know, I can only do so much, and so that's that. So yeah, there you go. There you have it.
There's the long answer.
Hey!
I gotta run to the restroom.
Oh, finally, space to move around. Let's see here. Vanessa, my husband and I have been trying for like 2 years as well. We got tested and all is well with us, so we keep saying we're waiting on the Lord's timing. Great answer. Aaron, thank you. I just need to keep that mindset. I thought it was perfect, Morgan. Thanks for your honesty. Thank you, Samuel.
We were talking about this at Target a few days ago. I'm just like, not me. But if you had a kid, you're like, I don't want people's explanations or their comments on, well, this is how you should raise a kid. Like, there are things that, which that's a very minute issue to have. But, like, I think that that you have identified that in your own personality. You're like,
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it's a good thing. Like, it's okay. And I can honestly accept God's plan.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, if you didn't hear that, because that was very quiet and mouse-like.
Sorry.
Marilyn and I were actually at Target a few days ago, and we were talking, and we were walking through all the baby clothes, because, you know, they're adorable. And I was just saying to Marilyn, like, I think one of the reasons that we still haven't gotten pregnant, and there are many reasons in my opinion, but one of the reasons is I know that as soon as Paul and I announce that we're pregnant, we're just going to get bombarded probably with comments and messages on how we should raise this child.
Yeah.
And I am not in a place right now where I could read those comments and messages and be able to like take them for what they are and then just move on and be like, okay, that's great, but Paul and I are gonna raise our kid the way that, you know, God has called us to raise our kid. Like, not that we're not willing to take advice and stuff, but it would definitely start to affect me. And yeah, everyone's a critic, Samuel. And so like I know that personally right now I couldn't take like the criticism of like, if anyone says that I'm a bad parent, if they said that to me right now, I'd be like, oh my God.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's not criticism or advice from like family and friends. It's the
Right.
people
That-
on social media
yeah.
that like to just, not like even you guys, like people who
Yeah.
just like to troll and just like to say stuff.
All those
Just to say stuff.
trollers out there. Yeah. So that's one of the reasons that we ain't preggers yet. Is because I personally have to get to a point where people's comments just like literally just poop off of me.
That's why we're not pregnant?
Yep.
Very interesting.
I never told Paul.
Very interesting.
Sorry. That's the reason.
Bearded Ministry.
Who's Bearded Ministry?
He's someone that Justin Koo follows, I think he knows Justin Koo. Hey, Paul and Morgan, I hope you both are doing well. Do you have an address or P.O. box so I can send something to you all for the holidays? Aw, Bearded Ministry.
Yeah, get Marilyn something too.
Aw, what a
I'm just
sweetheart.
That's sweet.
Guys, is it true?
Carry my water.
Do guys with beards, are guys with beards more attractive? There was a big article that just, sorry, Marilyn. I always seem to touch Marilyn's back. A big article that just came out that said guys with beards are more attractive. I don't necessarily think so. Fill us in. Set us straight. Set us straight. Of course, Paul Binish does have a pretty big beard.
You have a beard, Paul?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. Maybe I have. I can't remember.
Paul.
I'm unqualified to answer that question. Yes, you are,
Probably.
Samuel.
Okay, well, yes, he does. It's not like huge.
Kelly says depends on the beard, to be honest. Paul says I think so.
Paul,
Yeah, Paul has a beard.
he
yeah.
does have a beard.
Mhm.
And then there's our guy, the Vigilant.
Oh, what?
Vigilant Vlogs. Yeah, Paul's friends with Vigilant
Your
Vlogs.
friends is what?
They work out sometimes
That's
together.
so cool. I didn't know that he was from
So
Canada.
they both have beards.
Vanessa says, I love my bearded man. You go, girl.
Oh, Vanessa, for a second I thought you said, I love my beard, and I was scared. I was scared.
Kelly says, Santa looks cool.
Good, true.
Catherine says, I think a little scruff is good, but I agree with Kelly. Wait, what did Kelly? Oh, it depends on the beard, yeah. Agree. My husband has a decent beard. Also, I prefer no beard, but he's still handsome.
Interesting.
Every time I see the kids in the church that I'm teaching at, I want to have kids too, but I realize that I have no husband.
That's
Oh,
fine,
wow.
Gail, I'm there with you.
Gail!
Wow.
Oh yeah, same.
Same,
And I
Gail,
work with
same.
children. That's my life.
What? Oh, she works, so you guys can relate to each other.
Oh yeah.
Call each other later. Talk about it.
General.
That is certainly a detail.
Okay, but back to this beard thing.
Yeah, Marilyn, tell us.
As a single Pringle, let me let you know.
Single Pringle.
It depends on the person with the beard.
Okay, you
But I
see a
think-
good-looking guy.
Mhm.
He has a beard.
Mhm.
You see him at the coffee shop the next day. He shaved it off. Which one are you more attracted to?
Probably with the beard. But it's like a little bit of stuff, not like a Santa beard.
Yeah, no.
And also not
Santa
just a mustache.
Aww.
Not just a
Polly.
not just a mustache.
Poor Polly. Oh my goodness. Wow.
I'll have you know the kids at school like my mustache.
Good.
Okay.
At least that's what they tell me to my face.
Mhm.
I see them laughing and giggling as I go by.
Oh, let me tell you guys a story. We so dramatic. Paul and I were at a basketball game a few weeks ago at his school that he teaches at, middle school. And we walked through the doors, literally, I'm not exaggerating, as, bye Corey, we love you.
Oh, hey, take it easy, Corey.
Bye.
Literally as soon as we walk in, as we open the doors, it's like a movie. All the girls in the student section turn around, they see Paul, and they're like,
Okay, wow.
and I'm
I
like,
believe it.
I'm like walking with him, holding his hand, because
Oh my
hello, I'm his wife. And then, wait guys, it gets worse. We go and sit a few rows behind the student section, right? Well, one of these girls comes up to Paul and goes, hi, Mr. O. So I was dared by my friends to get a picture with you, so...
I can't turn down the
And
camera.
Paul goes, okay.
Not the child, the camera.
I can't turn down the camera.
So they take a selfie together. I'm not in the picture though. No, it's just Paul. and
Well,
her.
she was. There wasn't quite enough room
No!
for you. For you.
The
False.
dare wasn't a picture with me and Paul. No, it was just Paul.
Well, Paul, you do look like an Italian model. Samuel, thank you. I will
Oh,
not.
goodness.
And I'm
Say
just
no.
chop liver over here.
Oh, babe. I look like an Italian model. You look like an Italian soda.
Oh, wow.
You're the
That's a
worst.
compliment.
You're the worst!
We don't even like soda.
Yeah, you don't even like soda.
Diet soda.
You're like a tall glass of clean water.
Yeah.
Yes.
Still terrible.
Yes. Yes.
And I looked great that night, okay, guys? My
Oh my-
hair was
dude.
curled.
You guys, I met up with Morgan. I looked at her in the face, and I
I
said,
looked at her in the face.
I
That's
said,
always a
wow.
plus.
I said, wow. I said, wow.
Oh, goodness.
You look great tonight.
Oh my.
But I'm gonna go take a picture with the middle schooler.
Okay, you need to be nice, Marilyn. I said, honey, you look beautiful tonight. What?
Is that a real song?
I don't know, but he did not sing that, so.
Okay, stop encouraging Marilyn. All right, guys, I think we need to wrap it up.
Okay. We're gonna go live over on Instagram
So
now.
just join us up there.
hop on over
Join us
there.
over on the Paul and Morgan Instagram. Say hey to some of our Instagram fam. But guys, God bless you all. I hope that you're doing well and that we can be of some encouragement, whether it's just hanging out or answering some deeper questions. Hope that you guys are staying strong in the Lord.
I want you guys to know that I pray for you all in the mornings. So
Good job, babe. Thank you for doing
you
that.
all are in our prayers.
Yeah, you are. We pray for you guys together sometimes too. Marilyn,
Mm-hmm.
say goodbye.
Adios.
Morgan, say goodbye.
Bye. Love you guys.
Guys, have a wonderful rest of your day. See ya.
Sam, will you just go to Instagram and we're gonna say be live and you just join?
Yes.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
Yes.
He said you know how to do that. So it's
Bye,
not bad.
Catherine. Ciao, Lindsay.
Ciao.
Wait, no, it's not ciao. We looked it up. It's ciao is hello. Audio is bye in Italian.
Hey, Paul Benish, have hope and be free, bro. God bless you. Be strong.
Yes and amen.
Thanks for praying for us, guys.
Yes.
Peace.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.